We'll see Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Miami Dolphins taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they interplay in this one. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Well, the Bills make their way out, led by their third-year quarterback from Wyoming. At 24 years of age, it's Josh Allen.
Well, what do we ask about players in this league? We ask them to improve from year to year, and Josh Allen did exactly that from his rookie year to year number 2. Doubled his touchdown passes from 10 to 20. One of the better running quarterbacks in the league, had 9 touchdown runs. That gives him 17 in his first 2 seasons. This guy gets better and better and absolutely loves the game of football.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Over the middle here to Brown. Still on his feet. John Brown past the 20. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Nice move at the 40. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out come the Dolphins to take over, and it's Ryan Fitzpatrick in his 16th NFL season now leading the way.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
First down, Fitzpatrick. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The sack there by Trent Murphy. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Good tackle there by Tremaine Edmonds, who came into the league as one of the youngest players ever drafted in the 1st round, and has lived up to the hype and matured quickly. Led the team in tackles last year, can go sideline to sideline and make any kind of play you're looking for. I'm still trying to get over the nightmare of his father burning me for a touchdown back in college.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be taken down to the end zone. Fitzpatrick sacked, and that's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Here's Jones on the return. The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
And that'll set him back 5.
Still 1st down.
Successive penalties have him looking now at a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Allen being chased out left. Finding room at the 30. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And down to the 19-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make it work with his legs.
Field opened up. He took advantage. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Ball carrier.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go, first quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. So after the INT, it's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick-6. Fitzpatrick going deep here for Parker. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room. And what a... as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.